Alright ladies, here's a question that I have for you today. Do you think that a man should love you no matter what? Should he give you his love unconditionally? Or do you believe that regardless of how much you love each other, certain behaviors can lead to a decline in attraction, fulfillment, and ultimately result in the end of the relationship? Well, this is what I want to teach you today, that even the strongest bonds can suffer if certain patterns go unchecked. So in this video, I'm going to reveal 5 common behaviors that can silently ruin your relationship. And if you're single, I suggest that you watch it as well because these tips may become handy one day. So let's begin. Number 1 behavior that can ruin a relationship is reacting angrily to criticism. Now, there's a difference between constructive criticism and destructive criticism. However, even when your partner provides constructive feedback, many times your first reaction would be to defend your position. It's an instinct that most of us have, right? He says something that you defend yourself, he says something else, you feel attacked, and then it keeps escalating to the point where now you're both reacting angrily at each other. One major advice I want to give you is to avoid using words like you always or you never, as this can shut down communication. Let's say that your partner throws a comment at you saying like, "Why are you always in a bad mood?" It's tempting to fire back, right? But pause for a second and think about where is he coming from, because maybe he's not attacking you but just trying to express a true concern. And maybe if he didn't express it in the right way, you can actually clarify and tone it down instead of escalating. Also, if he's the one in a bad mood and throws a comment at you, sometimes the best thing to do is to walk away and not respond in the moment. Wait for some time to pass and then have the discussion once the energy has shifted. As number 2, we have disrespecting your partner's privacy. Something I find most of you ladies struggle with is the difference between privacy and secrecy. You wonder, is my man being private or is he keeping secrets from me? And as you can imagine, keeping secrets in a relationship is generally harmful, especially if the secret includes information that will hurt your partner. So how can you tell the difference? Well, here's a simple tip. Only ask for things that you're willing to give. For example, if you want to have his phone's passcode, alright, you give him yours, so you both have the same level of privacy. However, if you find that some men are not okay with giving their passcode, that might be one of his boundaries, and that's okay, as long as he doesn't ask for yours. You have to understand that people have different experiences in life, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that they're hiding something from you. Like I remember when Facebook first started, okay? And everyone had the relationship status notification, like Ismael is in a relationship with Gabriela. And in those days I had a girlfriend who was extremely jealous and possessive. And she would take my phone and start going through my friends list. And even, once we were in a fight and she deactivated my Facebook account. So as you can imagine, after we broke up, in my next relationship, I never allowed the new girl to have access to my phone, which led to many other trust issues. Nevertheless, once a man gets to date a mature and secure woman, like most of you ladies watching right now, eventually a lot of those worries go away. So maybe he just needs more time to get to know you better. I cannot tell you how many people I've seen destroy their relationships out of insecurity. They drive themselves and their partner crazy. So here are a few questions that you can ask yourself to determine if you're being insecure in your relationship. Are you frequently jealous, especially when he interacts with other women? Do you analyze everything that he says or does, looking for a sign that he's losing interest? Do you need constant reassurance that everything is okay in the relationship? Now, I've dealt with insecurity problems in the past. Yes, I'm not perfect, ladies, and one of the reasons that I've been staying single for the past year is that I've been working on shifting this pattern in myself. And one of the deepest realizations that I've had is to never expect my partner to give me something that I cannot give myself. And I'll give you one quick example, which I know my coaching clients love, and is when you watch a great comedian, okay, one of the things that you notice is that he'll make you laugh, right? He'll make you have a good time. And now, every time that you want to laugh, think about this. Do you need a comedian in your life? I mean, do you need someone else to make you laugh? Because I'm sure that if you wanted to, by using your imagination, memory, or thoughts, you would know how to make yourself smile. And it's the same thing. If you only rely on your partner to feel loved, now you will never feel in control of your happiness. You'll find yourself constantly seeking validation from him, which puts a strain on the relationship. And instead of feeling secure in your own worth, you'll be dependent on his actions and words to feel valued. Number 4 is something we don't mean to do, but we do it all the time, which is keeping score in a relationship. What you did, what he did, what you did that he didn't do, what you wish he would do, but he's not going to do it, so now you're going to resent him forever. It's like treating your relationship as a bank account where you're always making sure that it's 50-50. Now, it's normal to notice when you're giving more than someone else because they're neglecting your needs. But again, even if this is happening, turning passive aggressive towards your partner would only make things worse. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when he does that thing that you wanted him to do and you finally say, like, wow, thank you so much for finally doing that. And you see, once your brain has established the pattern of negative thinking, you become much more likely to only notice the bad things that your partner is doing. You're there waiting for him to miss that task that you told him about, so you can prove your point once more and say like, I knew you were going to miss that. And that's not healthy, ladies. It's not healthy. Number 5 and last one is the silent treatment. Like I mentioned before, sometimes when an argument is escalating, the best thing to do is to stop right there and wait for some time to pass so you can have the discussion in a calmer state. Yet there are times when you want to punish your partner intentionally by being silent, and this I don't recommend, okay? If you need space, make sure that you express it to him and then continue the conversation later on. Now, if he's the one giving you the silent treatment, let him know that you understand that he doesn't feel comfortable speaking right now, and whenever he's ready, you can continue the conversation. I know that when you go online, you'll read advice suggesting women like, oh, tell him how you're feeling, how this is making you feel. And unfortunately, I don't think that works most of the times because you ladies are dealing with unconscious men and it's the harsh truth. But I think that when you take the mature stance in the relationship by giving space is the most effective approach. And this way he'll recognize that he's being immature and he may come back and speak to you. Because here's the thing, most people, men and women, when they realize that giving you the silent treatment bothers you, they'll likely use it again in future disagreements as a means to get a reaction from you. And I know that you might say, Ismael, that is such a horrible thing to do, but let's be honest, we've all done it, all right? To our partners, our siblings, and parents. So the best practice I suggest is to not pay much attention when this is happening, and let him see that whenever he's being silent, you're unaffected. And then later when he's in a joyful mood and starts talking again, you use positive reinforcement by letting him know that you appreciate when you both can have a constructive conversation. So simply put, you don't argue or criticize when he's being silent, you reward him when he's open and communicating. Alright ladies, I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that it changes the way that you behave in your relationships, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and watching my content to learn about emotional intimacy, love, and relationships, because like I always say, for your relationships to change, you need to change. Have a beautiful day.